So coming out of the first 3 days of Yontiv, one of the things that's really been on my mind, and I'm sure on many of ours, is what we've been missing. We've been missing a whole lot of things this Pesach, but one of those things has been shul. Just appreciating shul itself. Shul acts as such a nexus, a hub of interaction in so many ways. And one way would be basic communication. We'd come to shul the next morning after the Seder, we'd talk about the Seder, we'd exchange ideas, we'd talk about the beauty, the moments, the memories, and in that collaboration, in a certain sense, we discharge, we integrate, and there is a certain synergy which is created through a shul. And this year we did not even have that, especially in a year where the memories were so different, where the experiences were so dissonant with the ones in the past. And so perhaps this is an opportunity in this video collage together to bring a kaleidoscope of perspectives from different people in the shul to relate some of their experiences, to relate some of their perspectives and memories as they went through these first 3 days of Yontiv, in an attempt just to stimulate further conversation, to have further memories shared, to have further communication, to have further synergy, even in our aloneness, even in our aloofness. On that note, I'd also welcome you to join. We have a daily Devar Torah WhatsApp, which is initiated by Dr. Sam Singer and David Kasowitz, who are running a special WhatsApp group from members of our community to members of our community. Join the WhatsApp group, become a presenter, share a Devar Torah, become part of that conversation. In addition, as part of this is as we move from Pesach to Shavuot, this is an opportunity to come together in a nachathon. Every one of us can have the opportunity of choosing 5 chapters in a nach and learning it between now and then, and as a community coming together. Again, even though we can't necessarily physically come together this very moment, we are going to come together in every other possible way, Be'ezrat Hashem, and we hope for that moment where we can really truly come back within the walls of our shuls, within the walls of our community. Enjoy the memories.
Moadim l'simcha, everyone. Sari and I miss you all very much and look forward to being back together with you, Mirz Hashem, soon in good health. Meanwhile, you should all continue to enjoy a happy, a safe, productive Yontiv. I was very uplifted by Tfilas Tal. The words of Tal told me that there's hope when you can't see it taking shape. In these difficult times, I said, like Tal, like dew, which is so important, life-giving, life-promoting, you only see it after it's fully formed. But while it's all condensing and while HaKadosh Baruch Hu is bringing the miracle of Tal about, you can't see it. There's a certain Tal, a process of new hope. It's taking shape right now. We can't see it, but we will see it in Mirz Hashem when it takes full shape, full form in the future. We'll look back and say, there was the Tal. The promise for renewal was there all along. We're going to be okay, and the tefillah of Tal gave me that great hope.
Hello. This year's Seders were different than from years past. I was not at a hotel program nor with my immediate family. Although I was alone, the wonderful members from the Young Israel Lawrence-Cedarhurst community ensured I would be covered for the Seders. I want to thank them as well as Rabbi Yaakov Trump and Moshe Tarabem for ensuring that although this would be a tough year, we would overcome and we would not soon forget the Seders for this year. Many thanks to the wonderful community that helped each other out tremendously. L'shana haba'a beYerushalayim.
My favorite thing with the family was playing games and saying the Manashtana at the table.
Hi, we're Donald and Debbie Simrat, and we're new to the congregation. We look forward to meeting you all.
By necessity, our Seders were simpler this year, and we had more time to discuss the Haggadah, to sing, to reminisce, and to laugh.
And they were very good.
The best thing about Yontiv was going on a walk with Gila and Poppy.
So we definitely had a unique Pesach experience this year, besides all of the other usual craziness that's been happening with the corona and the shopping and the preparation and the family and all that stuff. Something struck me as really special to come out of this. The first night we were making the Seder, we went out for Shvol Chamascha, and we all looked up, me and my 7-year-old son looked up at the moon and we were blown away by how beautiful it was, and it sounded like something special was going to happen. So we go back inside, talk about the Afikomen, and then I told my son about the present, and he gets a little bit upset. And I said, what's wrong? I said, you're upset about the gift that you're getting? And he goes, no. I said, so what's wrong? He goes, I really thought Mashiach was coming tonight. Like, I thought he was coming, and he's not coming, and I'm sad about that. And I said, wow. I said, I was also, and I hope he still does, but I don't think I've ever heard my kids say that our oldest is 15, over the years that we've had Sedarim. One of the kids actually believed that Mashiach was going to walk in the door, and we were going to leave the Seder and go wherever it is we're supposed to go. And that feeling made this Pesach unique and upped the level of what we expect at our Pesach level and how we view Mashiach. And that was awesome to me, magical and memorable, and could be the greatest thing to come from this. So I miss you all, and have a Chag Kasher v'Sameach.
The best thing on Yontiv was the food I made at Kosher Chef Shalom Instagram.
Hi, it's Ann Golumbek, wishing everyone Moadim L'Simcha. And my unique perspective of this year's Sedarim was that even though now I am a mother and a grandmother, I went back to my youth, and I was the youngest at the table, and I was the one who recited Manishtana and who stole the Afikomen and hit the Afikomen. It was definitely a moment I relived that I hadn't had in a very long time. A Chag Kasher v'Sameach to everyone, and everyone should finish celebrating Pesach in good health. L'Shana Haba, Yerushalayim.
My favorite thing about Pesach this year was spending time with our own family and having like the Seder to ourselves and having alone time.
Hi from the Gravich family. Usually we have a very large Seder with lots of people coming over.
But this year we only had 6 people at our Seder. We hope to have a very large Seder next year.
Hi. We wanted to talk about the experience of davening on Pesach, which was the most different part of this Yom Tov, not having shul and creating our own davening in our Mikdash Ma'at. It is not an experience I would have chosen to do. I really miss going to shul. But it really was a beautiful davening. We davened together as a family. We made our own version of Kriyas HaTorah. We sang Hallel together. And it really made for a very beautiful experience over Yontiv.
I thought being trapped inside with just my family would be horrible, and I was not excited for it. It was actually really nice, and I think it was my favorite part of Yontiv.
Zisem Pesach, everybody. This is my paradox. Why now, with so much time on my hands, am I getting so little done?
Hi. This Pesach, we were blessed to have all of our children at home, not our regular 30 plus people at each of the Sedarim, but what we learned is that less can be more. And we really enjoyed our Sedarim immensely. We laughed, we sang, and we thanked Hashem for everything that He's given us and appreciated what we had.
Perhaps a Bayis Neman is a house that's built on values of Torah, and the foundation is such that it stands through any and all circumstances. After 50 years, our Seder was as special. The 50th Seder was as special as the first one. Questions were asked and answered. A good time was had by all. My wife came down wearing a new beautiful dress. I was dressed in a suit and a tie and a jacket, just as I was coming from shul. It was a special Seder, and for Barad we had ping pong balls flying all over the place. And as much as we didn't have all the children with us, we didn't have all the animals, we had one rubber duck standing for all the animals. It was a special, special Seder. Sometimes you need to be alone with the one you chose to realize why you chose her. Everybody should be healthy and well, and next year we look forward having an increased assembly at the Seder table. Everybody should be gesinnt and well.
This Pesach was the first time I made Pesach at home with my family. It was really amazing and special to be at home with just my family and my husband, and it was a great chinuch opportunity. From the preparations from the beginning of cleaning and getting ready for Pesach, to the Sedarim, to every part of Pesach, it was really great to be able to spend time with the family and the children and really focus on them. We weren't expecting to be making Pesach this soon and this early, but it was actually really great, and who knows, maybe next year we'll be back at home.
As Pesach was approaching, we were sad like so many other people because we weren't going to be spending it with our entire family like we do every year. As we sat down for the Seder, of course we were reminiscing about what would we be doing if we were all together, and as we got to certain parts of the Haggadah, we would talk about, if we were together we would be doing this. But this year, something special happened, and that was we had everybody read part of the Haggadah and lead parts of the Seder, and we all did it together as one. And I think having everybody read and lead part of the Haggadah and the Seder, I think it led to a lot more questions being asked and a lot understanding the process and the deeper meaning, which gave this Seder much more significance to all of us since we were actually much more active in the participation. We hope that next year we're all together, but we hope that that perspective and that deeper meaning we can help share with everybody when we get together. And one thing that should not be left out, the food this year was 10 times better than the food has ever been at any Pesach program that we've ever been at. So those are our perspectives for this year's Pesach celebration.
After Purim another Nahapochu for us was to be seen, a world turned on its head like we would never have dreamed. For a complete life as we know it shut down, no one was prepared. A pandemic crisis had us all so very scared. With Pesach upon us, we didn't know what would be. How could we make a Seder without our extended family? A Seder without kids, questions and noise, afikomen searching, both girls and boys. We assumed that by 10 we would certainly all be done. No laughter, no divrei Torah, no singing, no fun. But to our amazement, our surprise and our shock, our Seder lasted till almost 2 o'clock. We sang, we danced, we fervently prayed. Out of lemons, we made lemonade. We definitely missed our children and grandchildren too.
Next year in Yerushalayim with every single Jew.